O-O-O words. Pull and look. Even though they have the two different sounds, they both are O-O. And we have N-G in there. All right, it is a declarative sentence. It's telling you something, so it does end in that period. All right, check your work. When you're ready, turn the page over, and pencils are down, ready to listen. All right, guys, what is a diphthong? Do you remember? All right, it's two vowel sounds that come together so fast, they're considered one syllable. All right, so it's not one sound, but one syllable. All right, think about some diphthongs we've learned. All right, what about O-I and O-Y? What about O-U and O-W? That's right, they are. All right, which ones are in the initial position? All right, if you hear oi in the initial position, it's O-I. If you hear ow, it's what? O-U. All right, if you're in the final position and you hear oi, how would you spell it? O-Y. If you hear ow in the final position, how would you spell it? O-W. That's right. How do we code diphthongs? How do we code diphthongs? With an arc. That's right, underneath it. All right, well, we have 4 diphthongs with 2 different sounds that we've learned so far. All right, that's O-U and O-W say ow. We've learned O-I and O-Y say oi. That's right. All right, so let's look at what we've learned so far. Now, remember, O-U and O-W could also be a digraph. And if O-U and O-W are a digraph, they make a different sound. Digraphs make one sound. That's right. All right, so let's look at these words and see if they are diphthongs or if they're digraphs. So O-U and O-W as a diphthong normally say what sound? Ow. That's right, like in cow and mouse. So let's look at these. All right, ow, low. Are these diphthongs? No, what is this? It's a digraph. Let's give it the long O sound. O. Does it make sense as a digraph? Yes. So what sound are we hearing? Long O. All right, so every time you see it, it's not going to be a diphthong. Sometimes it's going to be a digraph. All right, what about here? Let's try the ow sound here. Alp. Salp. Did that make sense? No. All right, let's try the sound it normally makes. Soup. Does it make sense there? Yes, it does. Okay. So sometimes it won't be a diphthong. Sometimes it's going to be a digraph. And that's an example of when it will do that. We're going to let you practice spelling some words with the diphthong sounds of these. O-I, O-Y, O-U, O-W. All right, so number 1, shout. Shout. I was so excited. I let out a great big shout. All right, tell me the sound you hear in shout. Get ready. Sh, out. Spell shout on number 1. Where do we hear the ow sound at? In the medial position. So is it O-U or O-W? O-U. Let's spell it. S-H-O-U-T. Shout. Shout. Number 2. Spoil. Spoil. Don't leave the meat out all day. It will spoil. Spoil. Tell me the sounds you hear. Get ready. Sp. Oy. O. Spoil. Think about where you hear the oy. Is it O-I or O-Y? Oy. Spoil. Let's spell it. S-P-O-I-L, spoil. All right, we have oi in the medial position. O-I. O-I. Number 3, spout. Spout. The water is coming from the water spout. Tell me the sound you hear in spout. Get ready. Out. Spout. Think about O-U and O-W. Which one will you use? Spout. All right, let's spell it. Spout. S-P-O-U-T. Spout. Ow is in the medial position, so we need O-U. All right, down. Right below it, you have your box of words. Those are your new sight words. You need to practice reading them out loud and spelling them out loud. You have 2 lines. Please write 2 sentences. Any type of sentence using at least 2 of your sight words to practice writing sentences. We need to practice every day writing those sentences. All right, now turn to worksheet 87, review of diphthongs. Let me get mine pulled up. All right, while you're getting there, all right, some review. How do I code a sneaky E word? Macron over the vowel. Cross out my sneaky E. All right, what do I do for a final stable syllable? Put a bracket around my final stable syllable. Accent on the first syllable. How do I code digraphs? Underline them. How do I code diphthongs? An arc. Very good. All right. Number 1. Review of diphthongs. Remember, they may try to trick you. It may not be a diphthong, so we have to sound them out. Number 1. All right, let's start with the diphthong sound. It may not be. Ow, ooh, bowl. Have you ever heard of a bowl? Me either. So it has to be a digraph. Now sound it out. Bowl. What word? Bowl. I eat my cereal from a bowl. Now does it make sense? Yes, it does. That word did not have a diphthong in it. Number 2. Start with your diphthong sound.
Attention, please. Teachers, please enter your attendance at this time. Please enter your attendance at this time. Thank you.
All right, here we go. Ow, ooh, owl. What word? Owl. Is that a word? Yes, that's a type of bird. It works. Next word. I see what? 2 vowels. Label your vowels. After I label my vowels, what do I do between? Find out the number of consonants. I have 1, 2. So I have a vowel, consonant, consonant, vowel pattern. What does my rule tell me to do? Divide between the 2 consonants. So that is here. Accent is on the first syllable. Vowel followed by a consonant is short. All right, here I have OY, so what do I do to it? It's a diphthong. Now, let's sound it out. N, J, oy, joy. Put it together. Enjoy. Enjoy. What word? Enjoy. I enjoy spending time with you. Enjoy. And number 4. All right, let's try the diphthong sound. Ow. Yow. Yow. Do you know that sound? That word? I don't. Has to be a digraph. Now let's try. You. You. That's the word. Next word. What do we have? O-I. We just spelled this word. Sound it out. Oil. Spoil. What word? Spoil. And the last one, what do you say? Digraph AI. Sound it out. Train. Train. What word? Train. Alright. Now it's time to read, and already I have picked out a big word. What do I do when I don't know that word? I can sound that word out. Okay, how can I code that word? I see SH. What else do I need to do to it? It has 2 vowels. Followed by what? 2 consonants. So what do I need to do? Divide between my 2 consonants. Accents here. Alright, my vowel followed by consonant is short. Vowel followed by consonant is short. Now I can sound it out. Pub. Pub. Ish. Lish. Publish. What word? Publish. Alright, now if this is too much on here, once I get finished, I can erase that part so I can read the word. Publish. I wonder what publish means. Maybe I'll have some context clues to help me as I read. So let's read together. When we publish or print my book, we should send one to my teacher. She will be happy to see that I can write. When I was little, she told me that I could write well. What does publish mean? Alright guys, did we get the clues from our sentence? Yes, we did. We have context clues. Alright, underline where you found your answer and write it on the line on number 7. So what does publish mean? It says when we publish or print my book. So to publish means to print. So what does publish mean? Print. So when you publish a book or an author publishes their book, they print it. They make copies of it. Number 8. Whom will we send a book to? Your choices are my dog, my teacher, or my publisher. Okay, in that first sentence it says, when we publish or print my book, we should send one to my teacher. Number 9, I could write well when I was young. Yes or no? Underline where you found your answer. the last sentence says, when I was little, little is the same thing as young, she told me that I could write well. Yes. The answer is yes. Little and young mean the same thing. They're using synonyms, words that mean the same thing. All right, on the back, turn your paper over. All right, you have to code the words at the top and match the picture. Read them to someone out loud. It's more important that you can read them to someone. Make sure that you can read them. You need to know if that OU or OW is making a diphthong sound or digraph sound. All right, then you're going to read the passage and answer the 3 questions at the bottom. If it is in the passage, underline where you found your answer to support it. All right, if you would like to take a picture and send it to Ms. Fires to check, I have left that Google Doc in the lesson for you to do that as well. All right, now in a separate video, you will have the lesson for One More in the Boat. One More in the Boat is still in the blue folder. I think it's the last decodable in that folder. It's going to go over digraphs OA and OE. So you're going to need this decodable, and you'll need a highlighter or light colored crayon where you can highlight your words. Alright, so have that ready. When we get ready for that part of the lesson, it'll be in a separate video. Do your best work today.